Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff. It's still coming down here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Lambeau. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now on the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. And if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Quickly now, a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith's play has been so good in the NFL that he demands the respect of everyone. And I remember a couple of years ago when we talked about the top safeties, his name didn't come up in the first group. It does now. I remember doing a game a couple of years ago where the Rams were trying a lot of razzle-dazzle stuff. And Mike Zimmer, his head coach, pretty much said, sick him to Harrison Smith. And he ended that in a hurry. He can play close to the line of scrimmage, can also cover deep.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The first carry now for the BYU man, it's Jamal Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but pretty good size run.
A real good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Just go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to put it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And this one hits at the 3 and bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cousins gives way to Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Last stop. Check back 42. And watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Tyler Irvin back deep. Fielded at about the 28. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession, try and get things moving.
So get to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Going up top, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel in.
Well, that certainly looked like something they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to 41.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's cut by Geronimo Allison. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Make sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
not
and
have that opportunity.
You didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Well, let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL. But for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable 3rd down receiver.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the carry, it's Cook. And an alley to run. They're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he will take this all the way down to Packers' 25-yard line.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. But sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try to do too much with the next one.
On 2nd down, Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after pickup of 5 or 6. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Cousins. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time. That'll bring up 4th down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post, take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. But that battle, that was won right up front.
And we're used to seeing those battles right up front, but we're used to seeing a lot of defensive tackles or more run stuffers and just play the spot where they are. How about these dancing bears we see nowadays that win the battle and then go upfield looking for runners?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Madden, 318, check 55 to light. Coming this way, here we go. 318.
On first down, Rodgers. And an alley to run. Now look out, Rodgers wants a football.
Here we go.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
319. Mike. Switch up. 319.
Off the draw, here's Williams. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what they say all the time, if he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on punt for Green Bay. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Let's go, bring it up.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch his slant.
Our run with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
On second down, it's Cook. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He gets nothing on back-to-back runs, so now you're dealing with a 3rd and 10 and probably a passing play.
I would agree with that, and I would highly suggest to the play caller, check a different part of that section on your play sheet because his first 2 runs didn't help you at all. Find someone else who can touch the ball and maybe move it downfield.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Here's Herman to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on a punt. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against offensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
On 2nd down, Williams loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. Only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Returnable for Sherrills. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now out comes Minnesota. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Vikings.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run. Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let go, defense. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you try and cover in the secondary.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go, folks.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try their field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Watch the run, watch the run. 215.
Here's Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throws Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he gets it to 32, good enough for a first down. They get 6 on pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. The connection made, it's Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Making the catch to Sternberger. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rodgers again now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Jimmy Graham. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He completes it to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training he's had his whole career.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just didn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Oh, 2nd and 7. Cousins. Now the hit come, and Cousins lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
It's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They'll get this out wide to Allison. And he'll go down here right around 23-yard line. 6 yards the pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receiver or offensive lineman? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down carry by Jones. They'll get to him just inside 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork, we saw a good job defensively to recover. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one he should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So out comes a field goal tee now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. It comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown.
Under pressure, they got him again. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at 37. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Cook, he got it off the draw. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be loss of a yard, and they'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Brandon, when you and I sit down and play chess, you're always winning. So I've got to figure out how to get that done. But we're watching a real chess match today between the offense and the defense. And on that play, called a draw, the defense ended up winning.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And that one hits at the 7, but bound into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
What we got?
For the gun, it's a run for Williams. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
58. Check. Walk 54. Get your swarm on.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he checks this one down to Williams. No gain on the play, and they'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose the play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
On first down, Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
A big hole there. How about him handle the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Off the bootleg, Rodgers. And he will go down outside the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He was covered by Trey Williams.
The Packers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Crosby is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Cousins now. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw, Cousins. He finds his man, Johnson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Cousins the thrower. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Packers bring pressure, and they block it. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. Now, so much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. Think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Now the Packers could go ahead and use a second of their timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, but panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Off play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. And Crosby puts it through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This will be fielded at the 6. That's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who's this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Cousins now from the 50. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Oh, he faked into the juke. Now he's got some room. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon. As we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking, their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much. Not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those forced sacks that they've seen so far.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On second down now, it's Williams. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
It's a game 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well the second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they have a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
So out comes the field goal team once more. Win at his back now in this third quarter. The kick by Crosby is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So he's got another field goal, his 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is field at the goal line. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there, move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 33-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can win that plan any down.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin.
Outbounds at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The completion there winds up a wash. It'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Here's Ritton Colquitt now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
So I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes up there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot, that they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Rodgers now after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now operating from the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and drop. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
319. 54 Mike. Yeah. You don't want to.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd and 8 defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Allison, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this, in Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Rodgers going to throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
8. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's not going to get the 1st down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Mason Crosby from Packers field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Crosby puts it through. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
After made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They go play action. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
From 45 on 2nd down. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that could be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, it hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
The thing is, trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And no turn here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. That was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Evers and Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game. This player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One play action. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as he made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind a skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
So the line of scrimmage moved all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Play fake. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And he knocks it through. That makes it a 5-point ball game. It's 15-10 now. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, you might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have first down as well. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you got in front of you to take all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets a sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead. They can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
On second down and 4, Cousins, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Checked it down, let him get first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Cousins on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. Third down. The Vikings on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is third and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return is Irvin. We'll call that a punt of 54-yard. Well struck. And out come the offense as they take over. Now Packers get set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll run it with Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Jay Kumaro. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have a little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen, simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Good defense holds him only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Give up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is fielded at the 27, and he gets his up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So a change of possession here on punt, and it'll be Packer football here, 1st down to 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And able to find Rand. Complete. And he is tackled inside of 40, not quite to the 35. Defense was thinking run, and their delta pass of just under 20 yards.
That's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's picking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Eric Hendricks in the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at that 15-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15th to 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
No. Blue 58. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to put from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Facing 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works past the 50. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Cousins again. And he's able to find Diggs. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to 21.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
I got it. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
On 2nd down and 4, Cousins. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Packers' 8-yard line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Cook. And maybe measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Boy, he came off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shot by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Rodgers throwing here. And that is incomplete. Shut off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's got a first down past the 30.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They're running it.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, we might start getting props here in booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them up the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to let fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. They were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they close them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.